Hey, it's Tara. I cannot believe it is my 1 year dread anniversary. A year ago today, I decided that I wanted to have dreadlocks, and after like a week or two of looking things up, I decided I was going to just stop brushing and combing my hair. Before then, I had thought about like buying a kit and stuff and like making dreads, but I didn't really have anyone to help me, and I didn't want to spend the money, and I didn't want to spend all the time on maintenance, obviously. So at first I was like, just like, oh, never mind, forget it. And then I found dreadlocksite.com, and I started looking at people who had more like natural free-form dreads and some twist and rip dreads, but mostly just like product-free dreads. So free dreads. And that was appealing to me because I had actually already been washing my hair with shampoo alternatives for like months before that. So this was kind of like a next step. But at first I thought, I don't know, I didn't really like it. I thought it would look messy, you know, and it kind of grew on me. I started to really appreciate that this hair was kind of doing it on its own. And I know a lot of people don't get that, and they're just like, your hair just looks messy to me. And I'm like, I know, I don't expect you to understand. You don't have to understand. It's something I do for me. So, so on December 29th, 2010, I decided to not brush or comb my hair again. And then I did a couple twist and rip dreads. I think this one is actually my very, very, very first dread. And I did like 3 or 4 of them actually in like that first month. And I didn't like most of them. So I ended up taking them out because it just like, they weren't, I don't know, it's like my head was rejecting the parts that I had made. So, then I just kind of let them go, and then when like a section would stick out to me, I would twist and rip it. But it would be a section that had formed naturally. So I basically let sections form in my hair for about 6 months. And then at the 6-month mark, I didn't have a lot of knotting going on. It was just everything was separating, and I just had tons and tons of sections. So then I took each of those naturally formed sections and I twist and ripped those. And I liked the results from that because it was like they were sections that had came about on their own, and then I just kind of helped them along a little bit with the twist and rip method. So those have all gone really well. And it's like anyone that I tried to just make up a section, just like pull out hair and twist it and rip it, those always just felt weird or not the right size. But it's like the sections that formed on their own, those were all perfect. Just, you know, just the way that they came about on their own. So I haven't done anything to my hair since twist and ripping other than separating, which is basically when I just kind of go through and make sure they're not all getting stuck together, so I don't just have like a couple huge dreads on my hair. But some questions I get asked often have to do with like washing and stuff, and I wash my hair whenever I want to. You know, there's no limitations. If I were to let my hair get greasy, my knots would actually start to slip out, like, because it would all start to get loose, and it just wouldn't actually be good for my dreads. So the only special thing I really have to do is I can't use shampoos that leave residue. But like I said, before I started dreads, I was already using shampoo alternatives. So I wash with baking soda, which does a great job for my hair, and I do apple cider vinegar rinses every so often. I haven't found that I need them too often though. And but yeah, like I said, I can wash whenever I want to. It's not like I have to keep my hair dirty or anything, and my hair is pretty much always clean. It's just like, I don't know, I think people assume that you have to just kind of like completely neglect your hair, and that really isn't the case. Like my hair, like I said, it's always clean. It doesn't smell. I'm pretty sure my husband would complain by now if my hair had been stinking for the last year. And, you know, I have plenty of other people who would just tell me, you know, stop, you smell. So, you know, there's no reason for them to stink or be dirty. You know, my hair is always clean. And then there's another, like, I don't know, there are rumors out there, like, you have to put weird stuff in your hair to make it dread. And like I said, I don't put anything in my hair. I literally just wash it, and, you know, every couple days I go through and I make sure they're not all getting turned into a big clump of hair, you know? That is pretty much, that is literally all that I do. So any of those weird things you hear pretty much aren't true. I mean, maybe someone at some point in time tried to do that, or maybe, I don't know. When you put stuff in your hair, you're just gonna make it gross, and it's probably gonna get stuck in your dreads forever and get moldy and weird. So I don't know why people think that ever happens. I have a really big fuzzball coming over here. But anyways, over the last month, I've noticed a lot of progress. It seems like if I look at my hair, let's see, it's really thin down here. So that means that all of this hair that was down there is kind of like getting pulled up and sucked up into the dreads. So I've technically had a lot of shrinkage, but these pieces are just kind of stubborn and stay long. But like I can feel how thin it is down here compared to how thick it is up here. Kaylee, what are you doing? But I still have a ton of loose hair all underneath this underside, and I think I finally figured out what's doing it. When I put my hair up in a ponytail and I put the ponytail holder in, when I'm pulling my hair back through, I'm pulling all the knots out on the bottom. So lately I've just been putting a headband in, and I've been avoiding ponytails, and I can already feel some of my roots starting to knot up back there. So hopefully over the next month or so, it'll start knotting back there. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out a different way to pull my hair up, because sometimes I just have to get it back. And since I don't have dreads underneath, I can't use those to tie it back. So I don't know, maybe I'll find some a little higher up and try to use those. But I don't know. So I can't believe this video is getting so long. But I had a lot that I wanted to get out because I get questions about the weird stuff people think that I have to do to get my hair to dread, but literally it does it on its own. No, my daughter is like ketchup on her or something. But anyways, I consider it to be my 1-year dread anniversary just because I really haven't brushed or combed my hair in a year. And it was a year ago that I decided I wanted to have dreads. So I've been committed to dreads for a year. So I know some people, like, since I twist and ripped it at about 6 months, some people, you know, that's why I put it all out there so people know how exactly my progress has gone. But I've been dedicated to dreads for a year now. So to me, they're a year old. Whoa, that was a big burp. Silly girl. You want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye. Aw.